comfortable in our seated position, whether that's on your support or not, and have your pen and paper. We are going to close our eyes, so whether you prefer hands in Chin Mudra, palms up, or whether you prefer palms resting down. So take a moment now to lengthen through the spine. Close the eyes. And just see if you can grow even taller, sending the spine and the crown of the head upwards. Feeling the roots of the lower spine grounding downwards. And the crown reaching upwards. And as always, we use our breath to bring us into the start of our practice. Allowing everything to slow down and to feel present. So I did send a handout quite late last night actually, so when you get a chance, if you haven't already, do have a read through. It's very much about focusing on our goals, our desires, and we're going to do that a bit in our practice this morning as well. So just bring that breath in and out, allowing it to travel deeper and deeper into the body. And our affirmation this morning is going to be I am possible, or I'm possible, whatever sits better for you. And again, I mentioned it in the handout, we can be good at saying it's impossible. How many times do we say that or think that? So we're going to break down that word to it's not impossible, it's I'm possible. So the next time you hear yourself thinking that word or saying that word, let's break it back down to I'm possible. And just let that word sit with you for a moment this morning with your breath in and out. I'm possible. So we're going to practice something called bee breath this morning. And with bee breath we cover the ears. I'm not sure if we've done this before, and it's also quite nice to cover the eyes. So you can put your first 4 fingers over your eyes, and you can put your thumbs just covering the closing of the ear, just gently. We don't want to push firmly into that area. So we inhale through the nose, and for this pranayama we breathe out but make a humming sound. So it sounds a bit like with a bee buzzing around our head. So we can just have a practice of it. I'll just do one to show you. So the mouth is closed. It's a bit like our Om, but the mouth is closed as you exhale. So you inhale through your nose, you exhale with the mouth closed, back out through the nose, but making that humming sound. So just have a play with it. No one can hear each other. Eyes are closed, the thumbs are just over the ears, so then you can really hear that humming in the head. So it's that inhale in and that hum out. And just continuing with this breath a few times. And I want you to visualize as you're practicing this pranayama this morning, that you're letting go and not letting in any of those limiting beliefs. So any of that limiting self-talk that's like a cycle going over and over in our mind. Those limiting beliefs, thinking we can't do something, it's impossible. Let it all go. Say no to it, like blocking the barrier. It's not coming in anymore. We're going to take a few more breaths like this. Let's do one more. So it's a little bit like, I don't know if you've come across children, or maybe you done it as a child, when we didn't want to hear something, we used to just close our ears, didn't we, and close our eyes, and maybe even make a very similar sound. Well, we're going to do that now with the limiting beliefs. They are not coming in anymore. Let's take a breath in, reach up. We're going to steeple the fingers, and just the first finger is reaching up towards the ceiling. We're going to take a stretch over to one side. Come back to center, take that stretch the opposite side. Come back to center, release those arms, take a twist over to the right side. Pull that right side, right shoulder back. Come back to center, take a twist the opposite way. Pull that left shoulder back. Come back to center. If you already have some beliefs in mind, write them down on your piece of paper. What holds you back? Jot it down. Needs to be on a piece of paper because you're not keeping it. It can be as long as you like, whatever's in your mind now, whatever you thought of when I mentioned it earlier, jot it on that piece of paper. And if you're still writing, continue. If you've already finished writing, take your piece of paper, I think you've all finished, and rip it up. You don't want it, okay? You can burn it if you want, I don't mind what you do with it, but you're letting it go. Let's come on to our hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to tuck our toes, we're going to head into our down dog. Take that pedal, that walk into each foot. Take a big inhale through the nose and a sigh out of the mouth, letting go. Holding in down dog, big inhale in. Big sigh out. Let's do one more. Take a walk towards the toes now, just let the body hang for a moment. Turn the feet outwards, let's come into a squat, bringing the palms upwards, pushing the elbows into the inner legs. And then we're going to come all the way up, stretching the arms up, reaching the arms down, stretching the arms up again, palms together, back into that squat. Coming down. We're going to do that again, pushing back up, reaching up. Exhaling, arms down. Inhaling, arms up, palms together. Exhale, drop back into your squat. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up. Turn those toes in now. Exhale the arms down. Inhale the arms up. And this time we're going to exhale, fold back over those legs. Walk all the way down our mat, back into our downward dog, pushing back into our heels, dropping our knees down. Let's draw a circle, rolling over to the right, the left wrist, the right wrist. That nice long breath, waking our bodies up this morning. And reverse that circle. Last circle here. Coming back to table, back into your down dog. We're going to take that walk to the top of our mat this time, bring our feet together and fold. Inhale, we rise all of the way up. We bring the palms together, we steeple the fingers again. We take that stretch over to the right. We come back to center, we take that stretch over to the left. Coming back to center, exhaling, folding all the way down over the legs. Our long spine when we're ready. We're stepping back right foot and the left foot into our plank. We're going to lower all the way down to our mat. We're rolling into our cobra and we're exhaling into our down dog. Squeeze that right leg back. Inhale, bring that knee to the chest. Squeeze that leg back. Inhale, knee in. Last one, squeezing back. Inhale, knee in. This time, squeeze back and take that foot to the top of your mat in your high lunge, bringing up those arms. From here, we're going to squeeze and open the elbows, ready to receive anything that we need to achieve that goal. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to exhale, squeeze and bend a little deeper. We're going to inhale, reach up. We're going to exhale and squeeze. Frame that right foot, step it back to your plank. Drop the knees down, sit back to your heels in your child's pose. And then come back up and take that roll again, moving through the body. Arms a little further away this time, rolling through the hips, all of the joints. And then reverse your circle the opposite way. One more circle here. Before we come back into our down dog, tucking our toes, dropping those heels down. Fingers nice and wide, let that head go, give it a shake, a release. We're going to squeeze that left leg back, ready to inhale that knee in. So inhale, knee comes in, exhale, knee goes long. Inhale, we squeeze it in, exhale, we take it long. One more here. Squeeze that leg long. Ready to step it top of the mat, left foot, long arms, reaching upwards. Ready to bend those arms back, we're ready to receive. Inhale, we reach those arms up. Exhale, we squeeze back. Inhale, we reach up. One more here, squeeze those arms back. Plant the hands down, step it back to plank. We're going to lower all the way down to our mat. We're going to roll to our cobra. And we're exhaling into our down dog. Taking a step forward, left foot, right foot, and fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, send the arms long, steeple the fingers. Head over to the left. Come back to center, head over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we're folding all the way down. Dropping over both legs. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, step back one foot and the other, so you come back into your plank. Lower down to your mat. Roll to your cobra. And exhale into your down dog. Squeeze that right foot back. Three-legged dog. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, send it long. Inhale, let's squeeze in. Exhale, take it long. One more here. Send that leg long. And then step it forward, top of your mat. Right foot is forward, we're bending into that right side. Bring those arms up. We're transferring into our warrior two. So take that left foot so it's down on your mat. We're going to make a L shape with our right hand. Right hand is in front. We're coming back to our bow and arrow. We've done this once before. So you're going to visualize right in front of your right hand is your goal, your desire, whatever you wish for. We're going to take that bow with our left hand. We're going to pull it back with our eye on our goal, on our target, and then we're going to let it go. We're going to fire up to that goal. And we're going to do this 2 more times. So you're reaching, pulling that bow back, that arrow. You firmly focused on that goal. You're going to go for it. You let that arrow go. Let's do 1 more. You can see that goal right in front of you. Let that arrow go. Let's reverse our warrior. Drop that left hand down. Reach long with that right arm. Come into our side angle. Drop that right hand. Reach long with the left arm. We're reversing. We're bending. We're reversing 1 more. We're bending down. This time plant both hands down, turn back onto the left toes, gazing down to the mat. Frame your right foot, step it back to your plank. Lower all the way down to your mat. Roll up into your cobra. Exhale into your down dog. Let's step foot, 1 foot, the other foot folding at the top of our mat. Inhale, rise all of the way up. We're steepling those fingers, taking that stretch one way. Coming back to center, taking that stretch the opposite way. Back to center. Exhale, fold. Long spine when you're ready. Let's step back right and left, back into our plank. Take that lower down to your mat. Breathe into your cobra and exhale into your down dog. We're getting ready to squeeze that left leg back. We're inhaling, bring it to the chest, really hug it in. Exhale it long. Inhale it in. Exhale long. 1 more here. Send that leg long. Getting ready to step forward, left foot, top of the mat. Into our high lunge. Bringing up those arms. Transferring into our warrior two. So we're gazing to the tip of that left hand. We're making that L shape again. We can see our goal right in front of us. We're pulling back that arrow with the right hand, pulling it back, letting that arrow go. We're going to do that 2 more times. Really focusing on what we want. 1 more. We're going to reverse our warrior. We're going to drop down into our side angle. We're going to reverse. Dropping back down. 1 more reversed warrior. Last side angle. Dropping both hands down to your mat, framing that left foot, transferring onto that back foot. Step it back to your plank. Take that lower down to your mat. Breathe to your cobra. And this time sit back into your child's pose, dropping the forehead down. Come back to finding your long breath. Might be coming in a little quicker. And as you rest in child's pose, I want you to think about how that goal, that desire, that dream, whatever it is, makes you feel. How do you feel inside? It's already here, you have it. How are you feeling? Is it everything you wish for? Are you excited? Have all your dreams come true? Really feel that feeling. Taking one more breath here. Coming up onto hands and knees. And then step it back to your plank. We're going to drop our left knee down and plant our right foot. So you're coming up onto your left hand and that right arm is long. So your left foot's down on your mat. We're maybe going to start to take up that right leg. It's optional, we can keep it down. If you've taken that leg up, maybe you're going to take hold of your ankle and hold here. Finding balance, finding your breath. As you release and you take that arm long again, take that arm alongside your right ear. Keep that right leg up if you have it up already. And then release, place that right hand down, and just before you release out, swing back onto that knee and hug that right knee in, just as we did in our three-legged dog. Send that leg long. Hold it up here. Just take a little pulse of that right leg, like you're squeezing your right glute. Pulsing and holding. Using our biggest muscle that we have, our glute muscle. 2 more breaths here. Last breath. And then place that knee back down. Take a stretch back into down dog. Push back into your heels. Whether you hold, whether you walk, whether you pedal, you decide. From here, drop down into your up dog. Send the hips down. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, push back. One more here, drop those hips. Exhale, push back. From here, roll back into your plank. Drop your right knee down. Plant that left foot down on your mat. Ready to bring up that left arm. So maybe you're staying with that foot down, maybe you're bringing up that leg. You decide. One side might feel easier than the other. Maybe we're taking that option of kicking back into our hand and holding. Stretching into that thigh muscle a little more. Send that arm long, and then take that arm towards that left ear, like you're trying to reach something just in front of you. Drop that hand back down. We're swinging onto that right knee and we're squeezing that left knee in. Taking that pause. We're sending that left leg back, ready to pulse the other side. So toes are down to the mat, gaze is down. And we're breathing and pulsing into that left leg. 2 more breaths, nearly there. And last one. Drop that knee back down, head back into your down dog. Walk your hands towards your feet. Turn the feet out, turn the heels in and come back into your squat. Palms coming together. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Drop the palms back down. Fold over both legs. Let's inhale, reach all of the way up. Bring those palms together. Bring those legs together. Steeple the fingers, head over to the right. Come back to center. Head over to the left. Coming back to center. Exhale, bend at the elbows, bring the gaze upwards. We're ready to receive. We're feeling strong and powerful. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, fold. We've got one more round to do. So at the top of your mat, we're making our spine long. We're folding over both legs. We're going to step back right foot, left foot, lower down to our mat. Breathe into our cobra and exhale into our down dog. We're going to squeeze our right leg back, this time plant it top of the mat, bending into that right knee, bringing up those arms. We're exhaling, we're bending at the elbows, squeezing the elbows back. We're inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, reach up. One more, squeeze back here. And then send the palms together and take a twist over that right knee. Maybe staying where you are. Maybe dropping that left knee down and squeezing it back up. So you decide if you just want to hold here or you're taking that drop and squeeze. Last one. Frame that right foot. We're going to step that left foot in. And just as you step it in, take it behind your right foot and fold. Just holding here for a moment. Breathing down that left side. Uncross the legs, bring the feet back together, folding over both legs. Ready to rise up with that in-breath. We've got that last steeple of the hands, heading one way, and then heading the other. Coming back to center. Exhale, fold over the legs. This is our last one. Inhale, rise up, long spine. Step back left, right, into your plank. Take that lower down to your mat. Breathe into your cobra. And exhale into your down dog. We're squeezing that left leg back, ready to step it forward. Top of the mat into our high lunge. Bringing up those arms, bending into that front knee, pushing back into that back leg. Exhale, open the arms, send those elbows back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Ready to send those palms together and take that twist over to our left knee. Pushing back into that right knee, that right heel, and then maybe dropping down, squeezing up. Maybe that drop down, that squeeze up, and that last drop down, and that squeeze up. Bring that left foot, step it back to your plank. Send those knees down to your mat and head into your child's pose. We're going to pick up the head and the arms and take a walk over to our right side, left hand on top of right, dropping the forehead back down. Just breathing along that left side. Feeling freer, we've let go of those limiting thoughts, creating space for growth, for challenge. It's normal to have challenge, that's when we're growing. We're stepping away from that fear of just staying comfortable. We're going to lift up the head and take a walk the opposite way. Right hand maybe on the left as we drop back down, stretching along the right side. And just as we grow in our practice, embrace those wobbles, those falls. We grow in our day-to-day life. But everything is impermanent, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is forever. Taking one more breath here. Taking that walk back to the centre of your mat. Let's head back into our down dog, pushing back. Walking our hands towards our toes, let the body feel heavy. And that slow roll all of the way back up. Grab some water if you need it. And then we're coming back to our mat. So we're going to do a little bit of balancing. I know we don't do this too often and we want to practice this a little bit more. So we're going to take the weight onto our right leg. We're going to come into dancer pose. So we're kicking back our left foot just as we did on the mat, holding that left heel or that left ankle. We're bringing up the right hand, I'll turn so you can see. We're bringing up the right hand and then we're maybe just kicking into that back arm. So we don't want to fold too far forward, it's just a slight tilt. Squeezing that left glute just as we did earlier. Finding our gaze, our drishti point on something to hold. And then we hold, we feel grounded. We might wobble, we might shake, that's normal. If we fall out, we come back in, we don't give up. One more breath here. And then we release. So we're going to do the same the other side. We're going to ground that left foot into the mat. We're going to kick back that right. We're going to bring up that left hand and we're going to head back into our dancer for the other side. So really push that foot into your right hand. Hold your gaze on that point. Could even be the picture of your goal again. And release down. Come towards the back of your mat. We're going to step forward with our left foot and we're going to come into our warrior three. So we're kicking back our right, Keep your hands on your hips because that will keep you in the right position. Your hips should be in line and your hips should be facing down towards your mat. Once you have that, maybe you take the arms out and you reach them in front of you in our full warrior 3. Very good. Let's hold for one more breath. Just start to send the left hand down and the right arm up. So we're heading into our half moon pose, but not the full variation, we're just keeping that balance. Left hand down, right hand up. Very good. Well done. Let's come back up. Excellent. Give those legs a little wobble and a shake, making sure we're back at the end of our mat and the other way. So this time our right foot's going to come forward. We're going to bring our gaze down and we kick up that left leg. Our hands are staying on our hips, keeping us in the direction we need to be. Once we have that, maybe the arms go long. Finding that point just to hold the gaze. Breathing evenly. Really engaging the core and the glutes and thighs. And then maybe we open and we send that right hand down, that left arm long. We come back up. Well done. Let's take the legs wide, turn the toes out, bend into our goddess squat. Let's breathe in, reach the arms up. Exhale, squeeze those elbows back. Hold here. Inhale, let's straighten the legs. Exhale, let's bend. Inhale, let's straighten. Exhale, bend. One more, let's bring the arms up, legs long. Exhale, bend. Let's come to a little bit of challenge. So we start to reach over to our right side and we hold here. So you should really feel this left side working, as well as the thighs and the glutes. Keep holding. Inhale, bring the arms back to center. Let's reach over to that other side. So we're using our right side of our body. You know, it's challenging when it's hard to talk and it's harder to breathe, but we've got it. One more breath. Come back to center. Inhale, reach all the way up, straighten the legs, turn the toes in. And exhale, just fold forward, drop the hands down. You can take the legs a little wider if you want to. Find that long breath. We're just going to come over to our left ankle with our right hand and just take a twist. Left arm reaching up. Take that slow walk the opposite way. Right arm reaching up. Come back to center. Let's inhale, rise all of the way up. Bring the palms back together. And then exhale and squeeze the hands behind you. Pull the shoulders back. Take that inhale and as you exhale, fold, send the hands up to the ceiling. Last standing posture. Release the hands down to the floor. Bring the feet in all of the way and then just sit down. Well done. We are going to come onto our tummies, so let's just come to plank to do that. Last bit of challenging work in that plank. And when you come down onto your mat, like we do in Chaturanga, I want you to take that bend into your elbows, like you're sending your elbows back, your chin, your chest. Hover before you come completely down. And then lower. Well done. Let's bring the legs together. Make a fist with your hands and place them underneath your hips. Or you can have your palms down on your mat. Chin stays down on the mat. We're going to bring up our right leg and squeeze it in Shalabhasana Locust pose. So just raising up that foot, pointing into your toes, making sure that your hips are in contact with your hands or the mat, they're not lifting up. You're grounding the hips down. Holding and squeezing. Lower that right leg back down, making sure feet are together. And then bring up that left leg, squeezing into the left glute. Holding, squeezing. Slowly lower that leg back down. Bring both legs together, making fists with the hands. And then see if you can bring up both feet, keeping the feet together. Holding, squeezing. Taking one more breath. Dropping back down to your mat. Send your right arm out alongside you. Use your left hand as that lever to roll you onto your right ear. Maybe the legs are stacked. Maybe that left leg is moving further back for that lovely shoulder stretch. Holding here. Slowing everything down. Rolling back to centre. We're going to send that left arm out. The right hand is our lever to push us onto our left ear, our left hip. Maybe that right leg shifts back. You decide. Letting that lovely long breath. I'm going to stay for one more breath. We take that roll back to centre. Bring your hands underneath your hips. Just push yourself up and head back into child's pose for a moment. Stretch through the arms. Come back into your table. We're going to do pigeon pose, Kapotasana. So let's shift the right knee forward, turn the big toe to the side of our mat and walk our left leg back. Now remember, you can prop your glutes if you need to with a block. We're going to head straight down to our mat, all of the way. Maybe our head is supported, maybe our head reaches the floor quite comfortably. in our pigeon pose. And as we hold pigeon, maybe just surrendering here. Surrendering to all that life gives us. Remembering every opportunity is a lesson. Sometimes we have to look a little harder for that lesson. Maybe don't understand what that lesson is. But every challenge we become stronger. Our inner power grows further and further. And life is very precious. It's important to follow those dreams. Coming back to that affirmation, I'm possible. Take that slow walk back. We're just going to step it into a down dog. That little release, whatever way you need it. And then drop the knees back down, ready for that left knee to come forward. Big toe, side of the mat. Walking that right leg back. We're heading straight back down, dropping the head, finding that pause. And knowing when we pause is when we get to listen. We're always being supported and guided. Coming back to that affirmation, I'm possible. We're going to take one more breath here. Making a very slow roll back up. Swinging round onto the legs to bring them in front of you. Sitting evenly on the glutes. Let's inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold down. Grab your strap if you need it. Inhale all the way down the spine as you start to exhale and lower. Taking a few breaths here. When you're ready, just inhaling back up, releasing the arms. Let's head down to our mats, lying on our back, coming all the way down, taking that bend into the legs, bringing the arms alongside you. If you have a block to hand, just grab it. Just bring that block between the knees. So you're squeezing your block with the inner thighs. Arms alongside you as you push up into your bridge, squeezing your block and holding here. Keep your chin tucked in, relaxing the arms and the shoulders, engaging the glutes, the thighs, the hamstrings. And we're going to take 2 more breaths. As we exhale, we take a slow lower down, placing that vertebrae back down to the mat. Releasing our block. We're going to push up again, and this time place our block under our lower back. So skinny side up if you can. If that feels uncomfortable, then have your block completely flat. But the very lower spine into the glutes is where your block needs to be. So lower back, top of the glutes, rest your back and glutes onto your block. We're going to take a step with our feet to the side of our mat, so the width of our mat, and then draw the knees together. So we're really engaging that lower back, that sacral joint into our block. Arms are relaxed, the jaw, tongue, shoulders. We're not gripping, we're not clenching. Just that long breath. Bring the feet back to your normal hip width apart position in your bridge pose. And then just push away from your block, remove it, and lower the spine back down. Bring your right heel on top of your left knee, and let's draw that left knee in, squeeze it in. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Squeezing in that left knee, holding here. And maybe bringing up the head as well, taking that pause. And then lower the head back down. Place that left foot on the mat, arms alongside you, and then push up into your half bridge. So keeping that right foot on top of the left knee, just pushing up. We're not here for long. Holding here. And then slowly, slowly lower back down to the mat. We're going to change sides, so planting that right foot, that left heel on the right knee. Let's draw that right knee in, squeeze it in. Have that option of bringing up the head as well, holding. Lowering that head down, placing that right foot back down, arms alongside you. Again, maybe pushing up, holding here, that half bridge. And then lowering all the way down to the mat. Uncross the legs, send the arms away from the body, maybe cactusing the arms. Let the knees fall over to the right, maybe turn the head to the left. center. Let them fall over to the left side, maybe turning the head to the right. And coming back to center, ready for your Shavasana. So if you'd like some support, maybe a bolster under the knees or a small blanket under the head, just take it. Whatever position you choose, just letting the body be still. It doesn't need to move. Feeling completely comfortable in your chosen position. Allowing the eyes to close. And just coming back to that affirmation. I'm possible. I'm possible. I'm possible. I'm going to finish with a quote from a beautiful book that I'd forgotten I had, left in Spain. And it's a short poem called The First Time. Imagine one day really waking up and just seeing it all as if for the first time, and just hearing it all as if for the first time, and smelling, tasting and touching it all as if for the first time, allowing joy, amazement and most of all gratitude to arise, stepping into life as if for the first time. Side to side. Allowing the body to slowly come back to seated. Bringing your hands to your heart center. I am possible. I'm possible. And let's bow to Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you.